Hello YouTube, this is Kim Apocalypse, and I'm going to switch gears today. I have been reviewing the LG 82-inch 8770, which is a great TV. It's got decent brightness. It's not the brightest thing, but the picture quality and everything on it, the gaming features, the 120 hertz panel, the auto low latency and everything is pretty awesome. But I'm going to step down to the 75-inch Hisense U7G that I have. And I want to talk about it a little bit because I've had a lot of questions because it is an IPS panel. It's not a V8 panel. So people's been asking me, well, how's the black levels? Well, as you can see on these pictures right here, and also the brightness on this TV is outstanding. It's a 1000 nit TV, and it does 1000 nits. You can see a little bit right here. This is a window I have behind me. This is a window I have off to the side. You can see it, but it's not as bad as like the LG reflections, because the LG during the day you could really see the windows and stuff, and it hindered the picture. So the LG is probably best for a movie night, not during the day. So this TV, the U7G, it has great black levels. What you see on the camera is what I'm seeing in person. I've adjusted my camera that way that it picks up the photorealism. Yes, it is that bright. Yes, it is that colorful. It's an excellent TV. It has 120 hertz. It has auto low latency. It has VRR. It's Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. I think it's Dolby Atmos pass-through. It does HDR10, HDR10 plus. It's really a good TV altogether. Some of the things I did notice in this TV is the motion. It is 120 hertz. The motion interpolation is decent, I guess. But like when you go into your settings, and yes, I'm on Vivid, I know. Vivid's not very accurate. That's right, it's not very accurate, but I like big bright colors, so, you know. So when you go to the motion, it has motion smooth, it has custom, it has film, it has clear, it has standard. No matter what I've put it on, and this motion clear, what this does, it introduces the black frame insertion, which causes some flicker, and I do not like that. It kind of makes the picture look a little dark. But anyway, so when you do the motion enhancement feature that this TV has, it doesn't do a very good job. I can still, on slow moving scenes, especially slow moving scenes, I can see a lot of judder. Sometimes it looks like something skip, no matter what you're watching, and no matter, I've tried every one of these settings. I could do custom, but when I did custom, and let me show you, when I did custom, and the reset now, but I put the judder reduction and the blur reduction all the way up. Yeah, you know what they call soap opera effect. Well, it's still, even with the soap opera effect, some scenes, and it was just not fast moving scenes. It handles fast moving scenes well, but slow moving scenes, like somebody's, you know, moving slowly, or the camera's panning slowly, you can see some jump in the picture and some judder, and I'm not for that at all. If I could say the one downfall for this TV, that would probably be it, because other than that, other scenes look very, very, let's see here. What I want to do is, there's a certain scene that I want to show you on this TV. And these are dark scenes. Okay, here we go. Should only take a second. I should not get a copyright, because this right here is what I'm looking for right there. Okay. Now, this scene is very colorful. The reds are red, the whites are white. Where it says spinners at the top and it says burgers on the sides, that is blue. I have yellow off to the side. The lighting is excellent on this TV. Let's see if I can. There we go. The lighting, it's bright. It is very bright. Now, on this scene right here, you can see it just a little bit, like at the bottom right here. A little bit of bleed through. It's not something that's like totally going to like ruin your movie experience. It's not. This is a bright picture with a lot of depth. When I say depth, I mean it's very detailed. You can see the little things, like you can see the menu in the window right there. You can see the cash register in the window back there. I mean, it is very detailed. And it is bright. It is very bright. Actually, it looks a little, I've adjusted my camera, but it looks a little overblown. Let me see if I can do it a little bit more. It just looks a little overblown. Nah, it's too dim. It don't look like that. Look, I'm just doing this for this purpose right here real quick. You can see the detail in that, okay? The black levels are black. There's just a little bleed through on the bottom. But on the screen itself, the sky looks, adjusted itself. The sky back here, it looks gray on my camera, but it's not. That's really, really dark. It's black. There's no haze over it at all. It looks really good. Being an IPS panel, it has great viewing angles from the side, but worse viewing angles, not viewing angles, but worse detail in the picture than a VA. A VA, of course, a vertical alignment panel, is known for its excellent contrast and colors, which, you know, an IPS panel is known for its wide angles and colors. This does a great job. It really does. Let me see if I can get to a bright part. Well, you know what? That scene right there will look fine too. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Go off so I can... Okay, now this is a prime example. There is haze right here, like around the screen. You can see it like right there. It looks kind of grayish. That is there. Like I said, this TV is not perfect. It has a beautiful picture. It really does. I feel that to bring out the brighter highlights, that, you know, a VA panel would be a lot better because of a lot better contrast. The black levels are much better. And contrast is, if you know anything, like LG OLEDs, they're not very bright. They're 500 to 700 nits maybe, except for the new Evos. They're like almost 1,000. But what they rely on is, in real scene content, they're only at like 300 nits. And what they rely on, the reason they look so bright, colorful, and the highlights pop on those, and it's detailed, is because the contrast level is infinite. Like, that's why an OLED looks so good, but it's not very bright. It just looks awesome because of the contrast ratio. And when I say contrast ratio, the contrast on that thing is infinite. I mean, pixels go completely black. So, I mean, that right there, like if this was on an OLED, you wouldn't see any of this haze or anything like that. It would just be, you know, the picture itself. And the only problem with having a high contrast ratio is if it is something like a light gray scene that they want you to have details in or anything, then it's called black crush. And what happens is the screen is so dark that it like takes out all the detail. So between having an IPS and a VA panel, this being an IPS panel, it looks excellent. It is a good looking TV. It's bright, it's colorful. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Now, a lot of people sit there and they want to be nitpicky. A lot of people come from OLED to something like this, an LED that's really bright, and they're like, oh my God, the black level is horrible. Well, yeah, compared to an OLED, it is. But if you're just a common everyday, you want to watch some good movies, play some games, this TV is great for gaming. 120 hertz panel, ALL, auto low latency mode, VRR. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's a really good TV for gaming. Actually, if you look at Hisense's website, the U6G is for common use. The U7G is more for gaming, and the U8G is like a better overall for movies, gaming, and everything. But problem with the U8G is they do not come in a 75-inch size like this does. It goes from 55 to 65, and that's it. This one is 55, 65, and 75. The same with the U6G. Now, if you don't mind the brightness and you don't mind a 60 hertz panel, you can go to the U6G. But if you have the little bit extra money, I mean, I would go for this one. It's a good TV overall, I believe, and it's bright, it's colorful, it's detailed. If you're watching movies, especially if you're a Marvel fan or Star Wars, oh my God, the lightsabers. I just got through binging all 9 Star Wars films, and I mean, they were points in the films that I was sitting there like, oh my God, look at that. And I've seen the films 100 times. Marvel movies. Tell you one instance is when they are getting ready to fight Thanos. Actually, let me get to that real quick, and this will be it for me because I don't want it to go too long. Okay, let's go in game. Watch UHD. Okay, this is actually where I wanted to be. Okay. Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. But I want you to see something here. Okay. This right here is spectacular. What you see on the video, because I'm looking through my camera to do this video, that is what it looks like. That is unbelievable. I mean, the color, the brightness, the detail is just phenomenal. I can't express. So, so my final thoughts on this TV is, you know, if you want something that is good all around for gaming and movies, you can see right here. This is excellent. It's got an excellent picture. And I can't boast about this picture enough. Yes, it's an IPS panel. Yes, you're going to notice some blooming sometimes. But unless you're sitting there looking for it and you're going to be a big videophile about it, then it's not going to bother you. There's blooming on this picture right here. Can you tell it? Unless you're really looking for it, no. But, I mean, I can tell because I've looked for it. Okay? But if I was just sitting here watching this, no. But anyway, I'm going to do some more videos on this TV, including gaming and stuff like that, just to show everybody, because it will actually pop up in the corner. It'll tell you that you're in VRR at 4K, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So, anyway, like I said, this is a good all-around TV, and it's cheap. I will say this, and I've said it before. This reminds me of Samsung back when Samsung gave a crap about the consumer and wasn't downgrading their TVs every year. This reminds me of probably a Q8 or Q9 FN from 2019 or 2018. It is that bright, it is that detailed, it is that colorful. And at the price point of this thing, $11.99 for 75-inch, you can't pass it up. I mean, even the Vizio 75 inches are like $1,700. And that's Vizio. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I know Hisense ain't as established. However, I think you need to keep your eye on Hisense because they're fast coming up the food chain. So, anyway, this is Kim Apocalypse. Like and subscribe to my videos and share my videos, and I'll have more for you next time.